Introducing Access Evo for care rostering. Access Care Rostering supports the delivery of over 124 million hours of care, 106 million planned visits, and 350,000 care professionals across the UK, having the right people in the right place at the right time. Whilst supporting initiatives to drive team morale and reduce employee churn is crucial, let's face it, sometimes managing all these priorities can feel like an uphill battle. Juggling challenges like changes to schedules, ensuring the right people attend the right duty at the right time, management and planning of annual leave, unforeseen absences, remembering an employee's birthday, or simply acknowledging their length of service with the company. What if staying ahead of all of these challenges could be made simpler? Meet Access Evo, Copilot and Feeds, your intelligent care rostering companions, accessible from any device, anytime, anywhere, turning daily challenges into seamless coordination. It's designed specifically for care teams. Copilot lets you ask questions and get immediate answers from your live data. The feed keeps you informed of essential information to help you with the everyday rostering and ensuring that staff are taking the time off that they deserve. Instead of spending hours looking for information, simply ask Evo. So let's take a look at some examples. From my Access Evo button, I can select Copilot and see the care rostering skill has been selected. In this example, as part of our company policy for rewards and recognition, we like to send our employees a birthday note and a gift to show our appreciation. Firstly, which employees have birthdays in July and August? The system returns this information in seconds rather than me running a report and going looking for it. I now want Copilot to draft a birthday note and tell the employees that they'll receive 10 applause points to spend how they wish. Here Copilot prompts and asks if I want to personalise each response, and in this instance I'm going to pick a personalised response for Scarlett. Long gone are the days of mail merge and spending hours drafting multiple communications. Copilot can do this in seconds. The feed feature ensures timely processing of tasks such as employee holiday requests, supporting effective workforce planning and maintaining staff satisfaction. When staff submit a request, managers receive a notification immediately, enabling prompt review and approval. And once approved, employees like Scarlett will receive automatic confirmation notifications directly to their mobile device through the Access Evo app. Access Evo for Care provides real-time status updates and information surfaced anytime, anywhere from any device. Are you ready to see how your Evo companion can help make those everyday tasks easier? Contact us for more information. Welcome to Access Evo for Care, your comprehensive software suite that offers a unified view of your organisation. You can customise Evo with your branding and colour schemes for a personalised experience. Let's explore the menu. Think of the Access button as the equivalent of your laptop start menu. It's your gateway to all Access products, accessible with a single login. For instance, clicking Care Rostering will open it in a new tab for me, and I could have multiple tabs open at a time. Additionally, you can utilise your private instance of Copilot to gain insights from your organisation's data. For example, you can inquire about the employees who've been late to the most visits in the last 28 days, or check your employee churn, all returning results in seconds. The feed will also display requests from staff submitted via the mobile app. Access Evo allows each user to create personalised spaces to decide what's important to them and the data they need to see quickly throughout the day. These spaces consist of apps that display relevant information from the underlying products, obeying user profiles so they only see the data they already have access to. For instance, a care coordinator space could enable monitoring of staff out in the community, keeping track of missed visits and delays. You could also view who's late, both for today and from previous periods, as well as visits that need to be allocated. For apps that relate to visit data, users can choose from a variety of filters, including time period, branch and area, service type and funders. So this could be used to monitor, say, a team of carers working in one area, or all visits that fall under one contract. HR team members may find tabs on recruitment and staff churn useful, and could monitor employee performance and utilisation. Importantly, the terminology in Evo aligns with what your organisation has set in care rostering. For example, employee could be substituted with care worker or carer. Business owners might monitor gross margins, splitting out by branch or looking at margins by local authority, seeing which frameworks are more profitable, or where we might have high travel costs to help decide where to bid for more hours. Users can easily customise their dashboards by selecting the Add App button. Here you can choose from apps for other Access products too, so we could monitor care planning data in the same space. The Inquiries module in Access Care Rostering enables you to track activities related to inquiries and referrals without immediately converting them to client records. From the dashboard, you can monitor monthly inquiry numbers, conversion, and your inquiry to-do list. Clicking into our new inquiry here, we can view the notes taken from the initial call. Here we can record if they're inquiring for their own care or on behalf of someone else. This task list can be customised to align with your client onboarding process, including target completion dates and document uploads as needed. If you're using care rostering in line with Access Care Planning, you can digitally record initial assessments and other necessary forms in there. General activities such as phone calls and emails can also be logged. At this stage, you have the option to create a quotation based on the prospective client's care preferences. Once the process is completed and you successfully gain a new client, the Convert option allows you to generate a client record using previously entered information. If not successful, you can log the reason, such as perceived high costs, along with notes for future reporting on non-converted inquiries. In summary, this module enables your care business to efficiently manage the inquiry and referral pipeline, covering everything from initial contact to client onboarding and conversion, with comprehensive monitoring and reporting throughout. Before we can roster some care visits, we need to create client needs. Adrian's record here contains all the key information about him, and the Service Funder tab lists all parties contributing to his care. For example, the local authority may fund his morning visits in full, or Adrian might contribute either a percentage or flat fee towards each invoice. He might pay for a separate care package for shopping support, or his funder might only be used for ad hoc visits. All his care can be managed in here regardless of how it's being funded. Accurate details ensure correct invoicing from the outset. Within each funder record, we specify the rate sheet to be used when billing that funder for Adrian's care, which may vary by service type, time, day or bank holidays. These rates are then centrally managed for efficient bulk updates. This allows for the rates and rules to be different if Adrian is paying for his own care. Next, we create Adrian's care package based on his required days, times and types of care, referencing the selected rate sheet. Once established, we can add details to optimise rostering according to Adrian's needs, such as required training or preferences for specific team members. Client records contain all necessary information for person-centred planning and automated, accurate invoice generation. The applicant area of Access Care Rostering closely mirrors the inquiries section, enabling you to document the employee onboarding process without immediately creating an employee record. Initially, we're presented with a dashboard that tracks monthly applicant statistics, including the number of applicants, conversions and rejections. We can also view an applicant to-do list, where we can view all applicants with overdue tasks. Let's take a look at what's outstanding for Jason. This task list is an example and can be customised to fit your onboarding process, with target completion dates based on application and document upload options as needed. Since onboarding typically involves compliance checks such as DBS and references, the recruit option will only become available once all tasks are completed and required documents are attached. This ensures a consistent process and centralised documentation. When ready, the recruitment option will create an employee record for Jason using previously entered information. Should he not meet our criteria during the process, we could choose to mark his application as rejected and provide a reason. This could help inform changes to recruitment processes, perhaps if we're frequently attracting applicants with insufficient experience. Should the candidate reapply, we can quickly navigate to their rejected record. In summary, the applicant area allows organisations to manage applicants from initial application through to conversion into an employee record, ensuring compliance checks are met throughout. The source and rejection reason fields help assess the effectiveness of recruitment spend on things like job boards and whether we are attracting the right kind of candidates. The employee area of Access Care Rostering is used to manage information around when an employee can work, what type of work they can do, and how they are paid. If your organisation uses different terminology, such as care worker, this will be reflected throughout the system. Starting with Scarlett's availability, we can see that she can be rostered from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Scarlett can also log additional availability, perhaps to work this Sunday, via the employee mobile app. This function is often used for bank staff to provide week-to-week availability for the rota. Unavailability includes planned or unplanned absences, such as sickness or holidays. Scarlett can also use the mobile app to request holiday, and once approved, the record will appear in here. All absences are automatically applied to the rota to ensure that visits can't be allocated on days that employees are away from the business. From this screen, we can quickly identify trends in sickness. In this case, Scarlett has frequently been absent on Mondays. Scarlett's training and qualifications help match her to client needs, and if you use our learning management solution, her training records will automatically be kept up to date. Similar to the applicant task list, the employee task list can be used to prompt HR-related activities such as probation reviews, supervisions, spot checks and appraisals, with the option to upload documents throughout. The rate sheets detail how Scarlett's gross pay is calculated, linking to the rate sheets that are managed centrally in the settings area. This includes variations based on the type of visits, time and day, and public holidays. The rate sheet will also specify whether pay is based on planned hours or her actual booked times. The General tab will also include how employees travel to their visits, linking to a travel rate sheet that's used for mileage and travel time payments. Accurate data at this stage ensures calculating gross pay is a simple process. We can navigate to the care rostering timeline screen from anywhere in the system. This screen brings together client requirements and staff availability in one place, offering tools to create safe, person-centred and efficient rotas. Users can approach this screen in various ways, such as focusing on unallocated visits per day, filtering by branch and area, or by prioritising high-need clients. Let's pick up where we left off with Adrian's care. To allocate this visit for Adrian, the employee list adjusts to show staff with continuity and availability. We can exclude those with conflicting visits or unable to meet Adrian's needs, for example, if any training requirements or declined staff were identified earlier in his record. Setting travel filters can help avoid high mileage costs and long travel times with travel methods considered. Dragging the visit to the chosen employee allocates it, and selecting Update Template allows for automatic future allocations to that member of staff. Viewing a full week for Adrian, we can see how templates have automatically allocated visits to his regular carers, leaving us to simply manage exceptions such as sickness and holiday cover. An alternative rostering method involves creating runs to group client visits, allowing for joint allocation to an employee instead of treating each visit separately. If we hover over the individual visits, the side panel displays the visit details, including client name, associated run and allocated employee. Should Joe Thorne call in sick, the tools discussed earlier in this video can suggest a suitable alternative, taking into account travel and client needs, helping us to maintain efficient, person-centred rostering at all times. Visit reconciliation is the step prior to invoice and pay. When using the Care Planning mobile app, this process is automated as employees will book on and off of their client visits. However, exceptions may arise that need management to finalise invoice and pay calculations. This dashboard displays exceptions by day and by type, and clicking the dashboard highlights which employees are affected. Let's focus on Scarlett's visits and some example scenarios. For instance, if a client refuses a visit upon arrival, we'll need to cancel it, and each reason here is configured to have an impact on pay and invoice. In this case, the funder will be charged the full cost and the employee will receive full pay for the visit. These reasons can be customised and then analysed to identify trends. In another scenario, if an incident occurs during a visit and the employee can't access the app, we could manually enter the start and end times to accurately reflect the situation. Depending on the assigned rate sheets, this extended visit may lead to additional charges for the funder and pay for the employee. Once Scarlett's visits are reconciled, we can proceed to the next employee. This step ensures that charge and pay calculations are accurate, accounting for any unforeseen circumstances. Invoice generation is the final step in the client journey. It's automated and uses client funder details and data from the rota and the mobile app. Your client's funders may have varying billing periods, and this is managed by assigning funders to invoice runs. This particular care provider needs to bill the local authority per calendar month, while their private clients are billed monthly from the second. We're going to focus on the local authority run. By unticking the filter, we view the run's full history, and we're going to generate the previous month's invoices, encompassing all visits within that period, calculating based on funders, rate sheets, and reconciliation data. A quick refresh confirms completion, and we can print to review the invoices generated. Invoice formats can be configured to the requirements of your funders. For example, the local authority may require one invoice for all clients that you support under that contract. They might want one invoice per client. You may need to exclude their name and address. And for private clients, you may summarise the invoice by week and type of care or provide an itemised invoice. They will also include cancellations that incurred a charge. Upon approval, we select Accept, locking all visits in the period. And if appropriate, we can email invoices directly to funders here. The export function allows for this data to be entered into your account solution using either one of our standards or opting for a custom export based on your requirements. For Access Care Payments users, invoices could include a Pay Here link, enabling funders to pay by card or set up a direct debit. Payments made through this method will update the invoice run for payment reconciliation. In summary, this solution automates accurate invoice generation, sharing directly from the system and simplifying payments. Payroll generation follows the same process as invoicing, and it's the final step in the employee journey in Access Care rostering. Gross pay is automatically calculated based on your rate sheets, data from the rota, data from the mobile app, and reconciliation. Payroll runs can be divided by periods, and in this case, most staff are paid monthly, with some staff being paid weekly. Similar to invoicing, selecting Generate calculates gross pay for all visits in this period, including mileage, travel time, any holiday pay, and minimum wage top-ups where needed. The other column accommodates ad hoc pay types such as expenses, referral bonuses, and any deductions for advances through Access Early Pay. Once generated, we can print and review our gross pay slips. As with invoices, these formats can be configured based on your requirements, being broken down by visit or by day, including a summary of the travel calculations, providing holiday balance information, and any paid cancellations. Once reviewed, gross payslips are accepted and can be accessed via the mobile app or emailed directly to staff. The export function allows for this data to be entered into a payroll solution for national insurance and other deductions, using either one of our standards or opting for a custom export based on your requirements. Access Care Rostering ensures quick and accurate staff pay calculation, allowing you to be more transparent with staff to reduce payroll queries and any last-minute adjustments.